Hello everyone. Welcome to this episode of Bash commands on Unix-like operating systems. In this episode, we are going to have a look at the command echo. Echo is, I guess, the name of a deity in Greek mythology, Greek or Roman mythology. Suppose if you say something, this deity or this goddess will also repeat the same words. So that is why it is known as echo. That entire process is in English named as echo after this deity. So the echo will also do the same stuff. So if I say hello world and if I hit enter, it prints hello world. Okay, so there are multiple ways we can do that. We can use single quotes like this, and we can also use double quotes like this. Okay, so this is the echo stuff, and we can also say ls. It is going to print the list of the current files in the uh, current location. Okay, so currently we are in this directory home pi. Okay, so I was saying that ls shows us all the list. Now this ls command ran successfully, but there are many commands when they run successfully they don't produce any sort of output. And if I want to check the status of execution of the earlier command, then I can use this command echo and dollar and question mark. And if it is returning 0, then it means that the earlier command ran successfully. So suppose if I just say lsb in place of ls, then it is saying that lsb command not found. And if I run this command again, echo dollar question mark, then it is returning 127. So anything other than 0 is not successful. Okay, so 0 means the earlier command ran successfully. And to know all this thing, we have to use the echo command. So this is also a novel use of the echo command. So we have just seen how we can print the characters using the echo command in multiple ways and how we can check the status of the earlier execution. Now let us learn one more thing about the echo command and the command line in general. Okay, so if I'm going to say, okay, so sometimes it actually becomes unresponsive. So this is very first time I'm using the PowerShell for logging remotely to a Unix like operating system. So I'm not actually very much comfortable with that. I usually use Bitwise SSH client or MobaXterm. Okay, so please bear with me if it doesn't respond sometime. So don't worry. So let us move forward. So now I can say echo test1 and echo test2. Now I have used echo command twice here. So what do you think? What should be the output? Should it print test1 and test2 in separate lines or in single line? So let us execute the command and see the output. So now it is treating this second echo command as the list of strings that we have provided to the first occurrence of the echo command. And we can avoid that. We can make it the second echo behave like a command by inserting semicolon. So this semicolon is a separator between two commands. So echo test1 and then that command terminated there, and then the next character stream is nothing but the next command. So if I hit enter, it is going to print test1 and test2 in separate lines. Okay, so whenever you want to have break between two consecutive commands, you have to use the semicolon. So in case you are going to mention two commands in two separate lines, that is not going to be a problem. The usage of semicolon is not mandatory for terminating any command. Okay, so you can just say echo test1 and it is fine. And you can also say echo test1 and semicolon, that is also fine. But in case you want to have multiple commands on a same line, then you will have to use the semicolon. Otherwise it is going to create a problem like this. Okay, so it is going to print test1 and ls. Now if I insert semicolon, then it will run both the commands one by one. Okay, so echo test1 and then it printed test1 and then it showed us the contents of the echo command. Sorry, it actually showed us the content of the current directory. So this is how we can use echo and any command, and we can actually insert a break between any command. So I hope that now you are comfortable with the usage of echo. We can use echo for a lot of things. We can even use echo command to print the names of the variables as well as the contents of the variables. And we are actually going to see that in the coming episodes of this entire series. Now, another thing about echo is that we can even have the escape sequence. Okay, so if I say echo and let's say test 1, test 2. Okay, so it is actually printing test 1 and test 2. Okay, now I can even say test 1 and test 2, and it is going to say that test 2 command not found. So in this case, I can just say slash, and it is going to treat this semicolon as a character to be printed. And here we can see. So either we can use actually backslash as escape character, or we have to mention that entire string in single quotes or double quotes. Okay, so I have shown you with the double quotes. Let me show that to you with the single quotes like this. And this is the output. And we have seen that the escape sequence is slash. Okay. All right. And we can also say echo test, or I can say I said to be or not to be. And if I want to print quote within quotes, then it is actually not printing those quotes. Okay, so in that case also I will have to use the escape sequence like this. So I'm showing you the different use cases of the escape sequence. Okay, so here it is now printing the quotes also. Similarly, we can use single quotes also. Okay, so I guess whenever you are going to use single quotes within double quotes, using escape sequence is not mandatory. But if you are going to use double quotes within double quotes, then using escape sequence is mandatory. Similarly, if you are going to use single quotes within single quotes, then I think that we have to use the escape sequence again. So this is the escape sequence or escape character. Okay, I guess we can't actually use escape character here in this case. So I will just terminate this. Okay. Now one other usage of escape sequence is we can, let's say if I want to print echo, I wish to print slash. Okay. Then it is actually showing us something else. Okay, I don't know what it is, but I can just say slash and slash. Then it is actually showing us that I wish to print slash. And here we can see that we are using this slash as the escape sequence. Okay. So this is how we can use the echo and the escape sequence, as well as we can use echo to see the status of the execution of the previously executed command. So thanks a lot for watching this episode, and I will meet you again in the next episode.